She was interested. Until you did this. You thought everything was going well? The conversations were effortless. She replied quickly. She seemed excited to hear from you. You could feel the attraction growing. Then something changed. Her messages became shorter. The calls became shorter. The energy disappeared. And suddenly, you found yourself asking the same question that millions of men ask every day. What did I do wrong? You replayed every conversation, every text message, every joke, every interaction, looking for the exact moment where everything fell apart. But what if I told you that you're searching for the wrong thing? What if there wasn't one message that ruined everything? What if there wasn't one mistake at all? Because the truth is, most men never lose a woman's interest because of one text, one call, or one date. The real reason is much deeper. And if you don't understand it, you'll keep repeating the same pattern for years without realizing it. So pay attention, because this lesson might completely change the way you see attraction. Most men believe that women lose interest when they realize a man likes them. You've probably heard this before. Don't show too much interest. Don't care too much. Don't get attached. Don't make her your priority. And while there is a small amount of truth hidden inside those ideas, they completely miss the real problem. Think back to the beginning, before you became emotionally invested, before you started worrying about losing her, before you started wondering whether she liked you. How were you acting? You were relaxed. You weren't calculating every message. You weren't analyzing every response. You weren't trying to say the perfect thing. You were simply being yourself. And strangely enough, that was when she seemed most attracted to you. Why? Because she couldn't predict you. You were spontaneous, natural, unfiltered. Every interaction felt fresh. Every conversation felt different. She never knew exactly what version of you she was going to get. And that uncertainty created curiosity. But then something happened. You started caring. And the moment you started caring, you changed. Not because you became a bad person. Not because you became unattractive. But because your behavior became predictable. This is one of the most important psychological principles you'll ever learn. When human beings become emotionally attached to something, they begin operating through patterns. Your brain loves patterns. Your brain loves certainty. Your brain loves routines. And the moment you become invested in someone, your mind starts creating predictable behaviors. You text the same way. You respond the same way. You react the same way. You become easy to read. And once someone can accurately predict you, the mystery disappears. Now let's talk about the two mistakes men usually make when this happens. The first mistake is obvious. This is the guy who doubles down. He texts more, calls more, compliments more, tries harder. He becomes more available, more accommodating, more eager. He thinks attraction can be increased through effort, so he keeps giving more and more. But every week she becomes more distant, and he never understands why. The second mistake is much more common today. This is the guy who discovers dating advice online. He's told to become cold, to pull away, to wait hours before replying, to act busy, to pretend he doesn't care, to create artificial distance. And at first, it seems to work. She reaches out. She becomes curious. She starts chasing. But eventually, something strange happens. He stops being himself. Every message becomes a strategy. Every reply becomes a calculation. Every interaction becomes a performance. Instead of living the conversation, he's managing it. Instead of expressing himself, he's acting. And women eventually feel that. because confidence cannot be faked forever. Sooner or later, the mask slips, and when it does, attraction begins to disappear. So what is the solution? The solution isn't becoming more available, and it isn't becoming colder. The solution is becoming less predictable. Most men operate through only one emotional mode. They're either always warm or always cold. And because they're always the same, they become easy to read. Think about it. If every single time she messages you, she already knows exactly how you'll respond. Where is the excitement? Where is the curiosity? Where is the mystery? There isn't any. The human mind becomes fascinated by things it cannot fully predict. And attraction often follows the same principle. Sometimes you're playful. Sometimes you're focused on your own life. Sometimes you're fully engaged. Sometimes you're occupied with other priorities. Not because you're playing games, but because that's how real life works. Strong men don't spend every waking moment emotionally locked into one person. They have goals, responsibilities, interests, a life outside the conversation. And that naturally creates unpredictability. One day, you're joking with her. Another day, you're focused on work. Another day, you're busy with friends. Another day, you're pursuing your goals. Your attention isn't trapped in one place, and because of that, your behavior feels natural rather than rehearsed. The biggest mistake men make is trying to control every interaction. They want certainty. They want guarantees. They want a formula. But attraction doesn't work that way. The harder you try to control it, the more unnatural you become. And the more unnatural you become, the easier you are to read. The goal is not to become confusing. The goal is not to manipulate. The goal is not to play mind games. The goal is to stop building your entire emotional world around one woman. Because the moment your life becomes bigger than the interaction, you naturally become more attractive. You stop obsessing. You stop overthinking. You stop performing. And you return to being the same relaxed man she was attracted to in the beginning. That's the irony. Most men lose attraction because they stop being the person who created it. They become focused on keeping her, instead of continuing to be themselves. And that's when everything changes. So the next time you find yourself wondering what mistake you made, stop looking for one message. Stop looking for one text. Stop looking for one conversation. Because the answer is usually much deeper than that. The real question is this: did you become predictable? Did you start performing? Did you stop living your own life? Because if the answer is yes, that's where attraction usually starts to fade. If you enjoyed this video and want more insights into female psychology, attraction, relationships, and human behavior, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next video.